In this tutorial I'm going to give you some directions on the different steps 1 through 6 in my free pattern, which you can find on Ravelry, called Hot Stuff. It is a brioche crochet cozy. So if I'm looking at step 1 with color A, so this blue color is going to be color A, I need you to chain 48 and join in the round. And for the purpose of keeping this video short and hopefully not boring, I just went ahead and did 20 and joined in the round. I want to show you a technique that I learned recently as an alternative to turning chains. And to be honest, I may never go back to turning chains. The loop that is on your hook is called the live loop. And what I'm going to do is the next stitch that I want to make is a half double crochet. And normally that would mean I would chain 2 turning chains is equal to the height of a half double crochet. Instead of this, I put a little marker here in the first stitch that I want to work in. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my live loop to approximately the height of my half double crochet. Yarn over, and then I'm simply going to, let me pull this up a little bit, I'm simply going to half double crochet into that first chain. And what I love about this is, see this loop right here? This loop right here is the live loop that you pulled up to equal the height of your half double crochet, which is now here. I feel like it's more discreet, it's not as clunky and bumpy as turning chains. And what you'll find as we continue to work around our chain, when we get to the beginning again, that live loop will just kind of disappears. So if you wanted to make the brioche coffee cozy, again, it's a free pattern on Ravelry. Go ahead and download that. And I like to have, I'm the kind of person that likes to have my pattern printed as opposed to, looking it up on my laptop or on my tablet. And one thing that I suggest, if you're also a printout kind of person, is there are these wonderful highlighters that are called Friction. They're made by Pilot. And I like to, anytime that there's a section of my pattern that I like to, that I need to repeat, like you'll see in my pattern that there's a couple of repeats when you start into row or to step 3 that have a asterisk at the beginning and at the end. I like to go ahead and highlight those points. I'm going to show you this really quick. The reason that I absolutely love these pens, you get them at Target, you can get them at Amazon, you can get them anywhere, is that you highlight, and then as opposed to erasing, which can damage your paper when you go to erase. I've erased holes in my patterns before. This uses Friction to get rid of this highlighting mark. And you can see, gone. So, please, to make things easy, these highlighters will make things considerably easier. Turn that there. Again, they're called Friction pens by Pilot. So, just my little plug. I've been using them now for years. So, back to the crochet. Getting close to the end here of my cozy. Just a couple more stitches. please feel free to message me on Ravelry or here on YouTube with any questions that you might have, and I would be happy to get back to you. Sorry. Then again, I'm going to join in the round. So this is that live loop that I originally pulled up, but I want to actually join in the top of the first half double crochet with just a little slip stitch. Okay, there you go. All right. In the third instruction, we're going to bring up our live loop to the height of a double crochet, and then we're going to but we're going to be making a half double crochet. And the reason that I'm having you bring it up, or I'm sorry, we're going to be making double crochet, but the reason that I'm having you bring it up maybe just a little bit higher is because you're not working into the top of this stitch. We're going to be working around the post, and hopefully you have either had experience with post stitches or you've watched the tutorial that I have also on this YouTube channel about post stitches. So bring this up to the height. I need to start off my pattern in chain 2. So turning chains, then this is 2 chains that are in the pattern. I'm going to skip the first half double crochet, and I'm going to make a front post double crochet around this next one. So again, we're on step 3 if you are following along with the pattern from Ravelry. Chain 2, and I wanted to make this a YouTube video because sometimes when you're trying to teach this in a class, depending on how many people are in the class, everybody works at a different pace, or maybe at different skill levels, or sometimes I know that a lot of times when I'm trying to crochet patterns and things like that, I have a lovely 1-year-old grandson who I love dearly. He loves to pretend he can crochet, and so he desperately grasps for the hooks that I'm using, or he wants his own hooks and the yarn, and he likes to bite the yarn and to pull it apart. And so maybe, whoops, I missed that ply, but that'll be okay. So maybe you have some distractions, like a 1-year-old grandchild, that might make taking a class can be a little bit difficult. So I'm doing this YouTube video so that hopefully if you had any questions during the class, or if you have any questions with the pattern, you can watch this and hopefully it'll answer any concerns that you had. So when I get around to the end here, I am going to repeat until I get to the end of the row, which is right here. Chain 2, and I'm going to slip stitch into the top of this, right? Yes, this first half double crochet. And I know that seems like it's way over there. It is, and that's okay. And then what's going to happen, see how you think, oh my gosh, look at that thing right there. It's going to magically disappear when we add our second color, which is color B. And I've decided to use some white yarn for that, so hopefully it's enough contrast that you'll be able to see it really well. This is how I like to join my yarn. Slip stitch the new color into the front of the hook, pull it through, just give a little tug. It also allows me in this project to really tighten down that first color so that, it appears that my color B, it just has a much cleaner start. You don't have as much as of the first color peeking through the first part. So the next step that we're going to do is, again, we're going to bring our white yarn up to the approximate height of a double crochet, and I'm going to front post around the half double crochet in round 2. See that down there? Between this front post double crochet and this front post double crochet, I want to do this half double crochet down here at the bottom. You go around the post, yarn over, bring it up, yarn over through 1, 2. Then I'm going to chain 2. I'm going to skip this front post half double crochet that is in our first color, color A, and I'm going to go to this half double crochet that I had in yarn or in round 2, and I'm going to go around, make a front post double crochet around that, chain 2. Oh, sorry about that. Again, skip this color A front post double crochet and work around the half double crochet just below. And go ahead and do that all the way around until you get to the end of the row, where again you're going to chain 2 and slip stitch it into the top of the first front post double crochet that you made. A little bit more yarn here. Should these last couple stitches be a little bit more slowly so that you can really see. Again, front post double crochet, 1, 2, chain 2, skip this color A front post double crochet, and I want to create another front post double crochet around the post of this half double crochet in row 2. Chain 2. I'm going to pull that there. Oops. And then I'm going to slip stitch into the first half double crochet of the same color. Okay? When you're working on this project, do not cut your yarn until instructed in the pattern. You can just carry it up, and you can see here on the back of this. This is sock weight, by the way. This is a worsted weight, but you can see it's going to carry up the back side fairly neatly, and so you don't need to worry about it. Then pull up a color of color B. Sorry, color A, and I'm going to give that a little cinch. I'm going to raise this up to the height, approximate height of a double crochet, and then this time I'm going to half double crochet around the half double crochet that's directly below. See? And you can get an idea, like I said, as you get a little bit further along in the pattern, you can see that this loop that I pulled up instead of turning chains just kind of naturally falls towards the back, and so no one is ever going to see it. Chain 2, half double crochet into the next half double front post double crochet of the same color, chain 2, ooh, almost forgot. When you're working on this, you want to make sure that you are going around the front post of the half double crochet and not the front post of the half double, I'm sorry, you want to make sure you're going around the front post of the double crochet and not the half double crochet below in round 2. I mean, how you can do that is you really want to kind of pull your work apart, okay? And I can see down here, these 2 little bumps are what's left of my half double crochet from round 2. And then this right here is my double crochet, front post double crochet. And that's what I want to work under. So just make sure that you can see it from this side here. Just make sure that you're getting under that, the correct post. Oh, I also